Yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Diko graphic design training. I believe we're doing great today. An happy weekend ahead. Right now, I want to show you how you can create a business flyer, actually, a kind of interior or furniture business flyer. How we can create something like a kind of advert flyer to promote, or let's say, interior furniture business stuff. So without wasting much of our time, we are using the Canva. As you can see, I'm in my Canva application using my smartphone. So in order to create this, we need some element. So we are not using any element or external resources. So we are going to download some element on this Canva like empty living room. That's the first thing. Then we are going to look for contemporary sofa. Then we look at for lamp. Then we are going to get or let's say glowing rectangle as well. Then we are going to add some white light as well. Then using a green background, green color with the railway font. So from there, based on my own ideas, we could be able to making a good business ad flyer with this. So without wasting much of our time, let's get started. So go back to just click on plus sign and create your customized size. So here we are going to put a square size which is 1280 by 1280. So create a new design. So after that has been done, then the next thing we need to do, immediately we create that, we are going to proceed. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is to click on the element. So we are going to search for the first thing. Let's search for contemporary, or before that, let's say empty living room. So I want to show you how you can search that. Sorry, not this. Empty living room. Empty living room. So searching for empty living room, we should be able to find this. So I got this. Then we are going to increase the size very well. So increasing the size to cover all these parts. So increasing the size and move it, just shift it to one side and let it be showing little around this corner. Okay, perfect. We can increase the size a little bit anyway. So let it be like this. Then we tapped empty area. Then after that have been done, then we are going to search for contemporary sofa. So let's say contemporary sofa. Contemporary sofa. Okay, and this is it. So now this is a contemporary sofa that we're going to use. So we're going to make use of this. So you can actually increase the size very well. Okay, increasing the size and let it be around there. So we can position that here. Then you can see, right? So now after position that here, what we're going to do next is to search for other resources. So we tap empty area here. Then the next thing we need to do is to bring this one down a little bit, as you can see. Then we click OK. Now we need to go back to our search bar. Then we are going to search for, let's search for lamp. Let's search for lamp. Okay, so searching for lamp, we can tap on photo. Then we'll be able to see what we're looking for. So now we've seen it. Tap on this first, then reduce the size and have it position around there. So which is cool, right? Let there be space a little bit. Position it here, and this is cool. So reduce the size a bit. Now we are tapping again, going there. We click on the second one. We reduce the size very well, but let it go up. So we are going to position that around here, but we won't let it just hide. So we'll position it here. While we make this one come to the front, so we select bring forward. You can see what I did, right? So after that, you can reduce the size very well just to cover this particular area. Then we have everything good. Then you can shift this a little bit while the leg will be showing. Then we have all our result intact. Now the next thing we need to do is to just position this here and coming, shift this so that we can be able to, or we click on back and this is cool, right? Okay, perfect. Now I want to shift this a little bit, shift it a little bit, then bring it down. Okay, perfect. So now we have the whole stuff here, but the next thing we need to do after position that, we need to shift this one up a bit. So after shifting it up a bit, we are going to get our rectangle stuff. That's the next thing we are going to do. So we go to the shape area while we have a rectangle, or before that uh, we have a glowing rectangle. Okay, just back. We have a glowing rectangle, so search it. Now we have a variety of, you just tap on more, so we can click on this. So now that you click on this, so the next thing we need to do is to just increase the size. Let it be around here. So increase the size a little bit, just as perfect as this. Then the next thing is to move it up. Okay, position it here. Perfect. Shift it to one side. Okay, perfect. Then the next thing you do is to send it backward. Now we have this result. So when you send it backward, we have this. We want to send this backward. So we need to go in there. So send it to the back. Now we have the cool result, exactly how we want it. Now this is cool, right? So the next thing we need to do after that has been done, we have something of this nature. Okay, so come here, send it back, send it backward. Okay, good. Then we have all the results in that. So what we're going to do next is to go into the shape, the search bar area, where we're going to tap rectangle shape. Rectangle shape. Okay, very good. Very good. So after that, we select this. When you select it, you increase the size very well. Increase the size very well. Then have the position around there, not as big as that. Just have the position. Then we go to the color. Have the color to change the color to, or better still, let's tap on the, let's look at the color. We can change the color to this. Okay, then how can we increase that? These are the things we've done before, so we can tap on this. So have the color change. Wow. Okay, so this is cool, right? Just click OK. Now we have this. So what we're going to do next after that has been done, what we need to do next is to go to um we can let's shift this one to calm down a little bit. or let it maintain it that way. So now we need to go to the text area. On our text area, then we can tap on the heading. If possible, tap on the subheading, add subheading. Then we go to the edit, remove it and put colors. Okay, and if this won't be bold, just say colors on. Then we have an hyphen. So we have +23470366071 colors at. Okay, good. So now we can click on back, go back to the font, then search railway font. Railway font, you should be able to see the result here. So this is how it could look, or better still, we can look at the tiny one. If this is the result, so let's make use of this. We will have to reduce the size. Well, then when you reduce the size, have it position around there. Okay, when you position it here, click OK. Go to the color, change the color to white. Okay, we can look for font again, the font type, or let me check Montezera font. So we must see the one that is not as bold as that. So I think I could be able to see one, and I guess this is okay, right? So we are going to make use of this. Close it, reduce the size very well, then copy. When you copy, you move it to one side and edit. So we are going to have learn more in capital letter. So we have learn more. So having the learn more at we put our website, which is www.interior.com. Now having that, we are going to click OK. Reduce the size a bit, or we are going to be back with our sizes. Then we are going to position that here. Perfect. Now to make everything okay as we wanted, we need to shift this to this side. So shifting it to that side, or we shift it to the middle a bit, while we are going to shift this one a little bit. So now what we are going to do next is to have this one edited. So let's edit this. Then we are going to increase the size and position this here. So now click OK. When you click OK, then we can have this result. You can see the left and the right have the same stuff. So another thing is that we can just position this and shift a little bit. Now we have the result for the two. Now everything seems to be cool, right? So what we're going to do next, after that, we have to go to the heading. Just let's add the heading. Then we have the furniture here. We have the furniture. When you have the furniture, we can reduce the size a bit, have it position around there, as you can see. Then we go click on back, go to the font area, then having this font, okay, or better still, we can have the better one. Let's have this. Then when we have that, we click cancel. Then we can go back to the element, picking our shape. For instance, let's pick that shape. Okay, perfect. Or we change it, we look at another one. So let's tap here, let's look for another shape. So take it for instance, we can pick let's pick this. If we pick this, we can position it here, reduce the size, then we can have this one deleted. So this one that we position here can be, we can change the color, so we don't mind what the color given. So we are going to change the color. So we come here, change the color, come here, change the color. Okay, or let's go in there. Instead of that, we have to look for, let's look for this. Okay, then we can increase the size a bit. Go to the color, change the color automatically, not for black. Or let's up here. So we can use our color picker, depends. So instead of that, we can use our color picker, pick the color from here. Just tap on done for you to pick the right color. So we can apply the same thing to this. Use our color picker, pick the right color. Okay, perfect. So now that we are able to pick now that we can pick exact thing that we want, so just make sure you position it well. So we can go into copy any of this, just copy it, then you edit. Okay, edit and have that sets, okay, the mode. So we can click on back, then use your color picker, use the picker to pick, just drag as this. So when you drag, there should be, increase the size a bit, increase the size a bit, then you reposition it very well. Okay, perfect. Now you can now use your edge to set it well, so that you can actually position it to maintain and be justified. Now everything seems to be cool. Okay, but one thing we can still do, we can decide to reduce the size. After reducing the size, we can go into spacing, the line letter spacing, let's just increase. Okay, perfect. Now go back to the notch and use it to position it well, just as perfect as this. Now tap the empty area, you are good to go. Now after that, we can actually copy the same thing here. After we copy, we'll move it to this particular area where we are going to do the editing. Then we can have now available. Okay, now available, which shouldn't be in capital letter. Now available at offline store. Okay, and online, you can see market, online market, online marketplaces. Okay, so now that we have that, so we can drag how we want it to be. So click on back. So after clicking on back, then we can just drag how we want it to be. So take it for instance, when we have that, when we after the star, we can have this position here. So now position that at the bottom here, Then we look at the font we want to use. So take it for instance, how can we change the font here? So tap here. The first thing we need to do is to change the font. So we're not using Montserrat. Let's use a railway font. So let's use a railway font. So this might be perfect, or this. So let's use railway font. Then we click OK. Go to the board and bold it a little bit. Then the next thing is the space in between. Let there be something like letter spacing. So let's say 10. And then the line spacing, let's join this. We can make this to be 20. Okay, perfect. So now the next thing we can do to make everything okay is to position this here. And we can actually increase it a little bit, but should be here. So now everything seems to be cool, right? So we have to change the color. So then have the color, just go to the color area and you have the desired color. So we are good to go with that. So after that has been done, we can make this one to be lighter anyway. Let's make it tiny like this. Then we click OK for us to see. Then we can go to boldness and bold it. It's not taking that. So we can have it change again. Not the color but the font type. Okay. So let's turn it back to this. Then we click OK. So actually it's cool like this. So the next thing we need to do is to go to here. Then we have, let's say, furniture logo. Okay, just back. So let back, sorry. So just type furniture logo. So let's see. When you search for that, you should be able to see something very unique. So take it for instance, we have a lot of furniture logo here, as you can see. So I'm going to just pick one straight away. So let's assume I pick this. Okay, so I have to change the color to something deep. So I can even tap here and then make it more deeper. So after that, I will drag it, position it around there. So I can even make it more smaller. Okay, or have everything changed. So let me still look for another one that won't take more space. So let's see this. So this is another one. So which means I have to cancel or get this one deleted. So now I'm going to drag this and position it here. So now position it to the middle. So I will now go straight after changing the color to my own desired color. Okay, so I will go here, then after cancel it. So what I will just do is to go in here, then copy. So when you copy, drag that one up because we are editing. Then we are going to delete this. After that, just have interior gallery. Okay, interior gallery. So that is how we'll make this. Then what we're going to do next is to go to the color. Then we change the color as well, and we're going to position that here. So now we are good to go. We are done with everything. After position this one here, you check and look at how it is. So take it for instance, we can reduce the size to this a bit. Okay, and by coming here to the size, then since 22 we can reduce it to something like 20. Okay, or reduce it to something like 16. Okay, perfect. So after that, we can use our drag stuff to position it well. Now we are done with everything, as you can see, and this is just a simple trick how we can come up with a business ad flyer on our Android smartphone using our Canva as usual, using our smartphone. Thank you for watching. I believe we'll learn something from here. God bless you. So have your work saved with download it and save it with a PNG as suggested there. So you don't need to click on a compressed file to lower quality. So you have your work saved. So let's see how it will look after saving. So once you tap that, you see automatically it will download. So immediately it download, you can have your work view and we are good to go. So stay tuned for more tips like this. Thanks for watching. God bless you. So let's have our work view. Okay, so let me go back to my gallery, to my photos where I have all my work. So now you can see this is the work, and is this not awesome? Thanks for watching.